folks. Black Bull Markets have 10 merch packs to give away to clients who sign up before the end of the year, including one of these trader keys. So to go in the draw, all you need to do is sign up with the link below this video or in the podcast description, and you'll go in the draw to win. It's that simple. And remember, folks, when you sign up to Black Bull Markets through the Trading Nut link below, you're going to get a 100% deposit bonus up to $1,000 on your first deposit. All you need to do is click the link in the description below the video or the podcast.
Good morning. How are we all? Yeah, we're back here again. This is where we were yesterday. This time, if I see a 30-minute candle closing bearish, this one here that just opened, then we'll go down. Second time back, third time breaking into the zone, double top down the bottom, makes sense to take the sell. Then we can look to maybe have this idea that was still there from yesterday, let that one play out. Just taking care of some business first. Where's Ivan? Is he here? Just gonna go. Hey Glenn, hey guys. George, Maran, how are we all? All right, what's this? Hey Bill. Okay, MT5. Maybe I wonder if it's not on iOS. I've got MT5. MT5, tap the screen, settings, show data window. Show data window. Oh, there we go. Data window. Show details. My screen, nothing comes up on my screen when I go data window. If I go sideways. Show data window. Data window selected. Did it pop up on the screen? No, it doesn't. When I do the crosshair, it's just, it looks exactly the same. But I think I've seen. Can you put a screenshot? I wonder if that's an Android difference. Hey, Peter. Hey, Al. Ah, spread. Huh. Yeah, no, that doesn't. Mine does nothing like that. Well, that's a super handy feature. Hey, Manny. Can you go back like last week and then see what the spread says as well just before the German Open? And then we'll go through the ideas. Hey, Dave. How are you, mate? All right. I just saw in the promo for something. Look at this. There's this. Have you seen? I've never heard of them before, but trader keys. That look familiar? Isn't that at least like, try and make it look a little bit different. It's like identical to pre-order. So I guess you can't buy it just yet. Must have just come out. So funny. Don't even know how much it is, but I can't do nothing. The website doesn't work for it. Jeez. Yeah. Between that one and this one. Magic keys. Let's spot the difference. Modify position. A little bit different. Holy. Oh well. You got to take opportunities. Lost network. Oh yeah, sorry. Can you go and because Android's a little bit different. Can you check what the spread was last week at the same time, like before German? Because I remember this trader took. Hey Annie, The trade I took over here on this day, Wednesday last week, I definitely didn't pay 3.7 spread when I was, not that it's a huge issue. It was just it is something that I'm looking at. And I would have taken this at 635, 640. Anyway. Oh, you can't hear me again? Can't tell the time zone. Oh, that's all right. Just do why is this stream not working for the sound? Can you guys hear me? I know Zoom can. YouTube, you guys can, can't you? What about the Trading Nut guys? Oh, well. Let's see. Not sure why this one's having issues. All right. Okay, so we'll go through the ideas. So yesterday we had. Let me just full screen. I'll just check the news first, and then we'll get stuck into it. We've got Bank of England Governor Bailey. He's speaking at 9:30, and then the rest of the time we don't really have much going on. So just expect the unexpected. So that means media headlines, things like that. Got to be careful with them when they wake up. But in terms of what we've got on the ticket, we only have him speaking. I'm not even sure if he's going to be speaking about monetary policy. So maybe there's absolutely nothing that he says that will shake the market. But just in case he does get asked the question, that he might talk about policy. There were talks by Pill last night, about maybe there are going to be rate cuts on the table, obviously pending the English economy. But that might, if he gets asked further questions on that, then that could, weigh into the markets. Then later on, just before 15 minutes before NYSE, we have Fed Powell speaking. So watch out for New York session. If he has anything, same thing though, he might not say nothing about monetary policy. So we shall see. We shall see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So overnight now. So what do we have? We got German HICP 3%. This is like just making sure there's no revisions. So it usually comes out pretty much bang on. So that's why it's usually yellow folder. Then you don't really see much impact whatsoever. CPI final 3.8, forecast 3.8. So that was no change. Then there's nothing really on this one either. So you can always give this a little read. Asian market wrap. I saw Microsoft hit all-time high. Crazy, man. All-time high. Absolute all-time high. So that really pushed, that gave stocks a bit of a boost across the board. Bank of Japan, Ueda, obviously talking about, I think, a strong chance that real wages will turn positive in future, may be sufficient making the decision whether continue. Okay, nothing insane. Yeah. Just be careful of of any unexpected news coming in, any headlines, war news, that kind of stuff. Cool. Now, yesterday we had price push up. Let me just remove some of this. Hey Dan, how are you, Alan? How you doing? Okay, so we had the ideas as price pushed. A pretty slow day yesterday. We just consolidated most of the London session, so this is one of those days that just low volume, very low volume. I think it's pretty much the same. 1.7 spread starts the Frank Open, shifts. Oh, okay. I don't recall it being so high at that time. But thanks for checking that, Ivan. Okay, so yesterday was a bit of a fizzer for the London Open, but we got the volatility coming in New York session. So we had price just pretty much operate from. We know price goes from liquidity to liquidity. When it went from at the open, we ended up creating like this liquidity candle. And I'm not going to go back and rehash. We spoke about many times, but the issue with how we drew, which we kind of had like two order blocks to the left, didn't we? We had like a 30-minute one like this, and then we had a 4-hour one like this. So, and we were trading like at this point in time, we're trading just inside this top one. So price ripped down and then reacted off the top, and then it did a double bottom, and then we pushed up. So we're going to have probably a little bit of issues just around this point on the order block, which is to the left, which is down over somewhere around here. Now, we had this liquidity candle formed. So the ideas were to trade from the wick, trade from this wick, and we know the 3 points of interest inside a wick is the open, the mid, and then the low. So the open gave a nice little 30 pip reaction initially, then price came down and it retested the low, and then we finally got that nice healthy move. So making sure that your stop loss is underneath the liquidity candle is not a bad idea. So you should have been safe on those ideas. You would have been nervous with the full retest because you got a clean candle to the left for it to break, but it managed the hold. Why it managed the hold, or good chance to manage the hold, on the daily, we've got a lovely little support over here where it's got this wick to this open going across. So as price pushed into this support and the order block, we're able to finally find a bit of support for price to be bullish for this day on the back of positive news coming in from like tech stocks in the US. On the 4-hour, why did we turn around precisely at this point? Because gave an idea that if we're trading back, if we're rejecting this level, down over here, and we can close above this point, the idea was to trade it up to this Asian low across here. So that was the idea. So that was who managed to take this one. I know it's getting late for the Aussie guys, but who took this one? Who capitalized on either this idea or this one? I asked in the Discord. I got crickets, or maybe 2 people responded. But did anyone manage to take this one? Or was it getting too late for most of you? Oh yeah. Yeah. Good one. Buys. Oh yeah. Sure. Okay. And then the next idea given was if we can actually close above here. And that idea is still very valid today. If we reject here again and we close above this area, then we can trade to at least this London high and potentially beyond. But this area, we wanted to see something. Why target was below this target was below this line, and we're not looking to enter until we close above this line. And anyone got an idea with the why this specific area? Testing your ability to quickly problem solve. Why above this area? Why do we think it's very dangerous to buy first break when it gets to that area? And why like I wasn't looking for sells from this area, but why would sells make sense for a rejection from this area? Any ideas? Oh, while you're there as well, can you, before we get started in the actual open, don't forget, guys, if you can give it a like, that'll be much appreciated. Thanks, Peter. It's a zone, it's a point of interest or zone of interest for sure. But what is it from? What is it? It might not be, the clues might not be on this time frame, this 30-minute time frame. There's a monthly close, something else. There's a liquidity candle here. Yeah. Anyone else? Let's have a look at the 4-hour. Anyone see anything on the 4-hour? See how this one doesn't close above the previous candle. So what's this wick? And what's the second wick rejecting the first wick? Yeah. Yeah, that's a resistance. So if we're retesting the open, rejecting, now we're closing above here. Where do you think price is going to go this time? We'll go probably to the top of that one. So that could be a nice 50 pip, nearly a 50 pip move. Yeah. So that idea is very much so on the table. And you see like what can you see why that line now was drawn? It wasn't just like random chance that we put alert there to see if it's rejecting, but if it's closing above there, there's a good chance we continue upwards, especially if we've grabbed liquidity from down here. And the idea was on this one. Okay, so we're looking for this. If we can we've got to close above here. This idea is very, very much still valid. So I'll repost that in our post stream ideas, because I doubt we'll get there in this current stream. Not for this London Open. Okay. Does that all make sense? All make sense? Yes, no? Yeah, cool. Alrighty. So now 30-minute. Now that we've created like this little double bottom over here, okay, and if we can actually this is liquidity now that should be swept, okay. and we're left with liquidity, this 10-20 minute imbalance candle, which is to the left, which is still the same from yesterday's stream. It made sense for price to reject initially first time here because we've got an imbalance candle on the 30 minute, which is not the hour, is it? No, that started on 6:30. So the hour candle, we're still pushing down. This candle is just struggling at the moment. This nut is looking tough to crack, but we did close inside of it. This little gray zone that I had flagged as well. So it'd be nice if we can actually get a candle this to actually close under this. Remember this, what the gray zone was from yesterday? It was where that we had all these wicks here. Just plenty of them, plenty of wicks. Okay. So what we want to see is something pushing down, continue going down, kind of following this pathway. So we had where the bullish run up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 candles, 1, 2 red ones, 1, 2 red ones, 1 blue one, 1 blue one. Then we got a little red one. We're going to see what this one does if we can start to move down again. Obviously, my trading is not going to be like, oh, we've had 2 red ones here. I'm going to go 2 red ones now. But we're kind of following the same on what I was saying yesterday. We're kind of like in a tricky situation. Is daily is clearly to the downside. 4 hour as well. 4 hour trend is clearly to the downside if you're looking at the whole run of things. Now, but if you start going to like 1 hour, you're starting to think that price is on an uptrend. So daily and 4 hour still suggested of down. 1 hour and obviously lower are suggested of up. So this is the question now: is on the 4 hour, have we just simply, have we had the pullback, had the top, and now we're starting to make our way down again? Or on the 1 hour, are we pushing up and we've just had the pullback and now we're going up again? And that's what I was saying. Like, it's going to be a little bit tough because in this little area, it's kind of like that equilibrium where people are going to be thinking, you're going to have two parties thinking. Some are going to be thinking we're going up, others are thinking we're going down. So price just compresses inside of here for a bit. And it can be quite tricky because you really do have very equal buyers and sellers in the market. And that's, simply what happened. Price couldn't really get any momentum. Price just ranged for this London session. And eventually there was enough liquidity here that once it was taken, price was traveling up to the 4 hour liquidity resistance zone. We reject off that, and now we're sort of making our way back down to this area again. So it looks like sellers are in control. And I think third time we're breaking this area, there's a good chance that we just go down because we've got this candle we want to see filled. And then once we fill the base of that candle, then price can slowly work its way around to make its way back up. But after that stage, after a big drop like that, it looks like, if you're doing like fib and extensions and cycles and stuff like that, that would kind of be an equal move to this one. And we could quite easily see price stall in here. So whether you want to take range trades or sell or play the range or look for that continued drop. But for it to continue dropping through here, I think you're going to need some like fresh fundamental stimulus to keep on pumping price from here down and then to continuation. So what I'm thinking is I want to see any signs of sellers entering, and I want to see this kind of broken, and I want to trade down to this zone. And once we get to this zone, then I want to shift and start thinking, can I look for counter trend buys if we know that we've taken like 120 pips at this stage? Because if we hit like say we wick up a little bit in London and then we drop down this far, we're going to be pushing like 100 pips in this range. Once we're pushing 100 pips or even like 120 pips, picking up all this liquidity, we can expect to see a 20, 30 pip reaction from here, whether we go counter. So if I miss these sells, I don't want to miss these sells. But if I do miss these sells, it's not the end of the world because I just plan the next trade. That will make sense, guys. So let's go 1 hour. I don't really have pullback zones because the market's been pretty efficient dropping from here. But I did think this gray zone was going to be very much so going to be retested purely because of the 30-minute. 45-minute is the same as the 30-minute candle here. We've got, there's no wick on the 45, and that's around the Asian 50%. So maybe London can reject from here. That'd be lovely because that'd be nice. That do give you some nice clearance room from retesting these lows. That'll be 50 pips if it can retest here and then drop. Asian high is always a problem when you're starting to like get significant candles printing above like the 50% of Asian session. Then you can always take out Asian high. But I imagine London's going to have a bit of a similar move to yesterday, just a really aggressive move up. Might do something like this and then start to fall back down. And if we can trade below here, then I'm looking to target 15,000 basically. Okay, so we've got 2 minutes and 45 seconds. We're looking like we are rejecting price. We've got a little no wick over here. So no wick here, another no wick on the 15-minute, a little bit higher. 15 minutes is a great time frame. That's pretty much bang on in the 50% of Asian. Yeah, you know what? I better load the terminal up as well. Give that plenty of time. But I've got a sell bias, of course. What do you guys think? Tell me, talk to me. It was super bullish. It was super bullish, and now it's flipping. Yeah. Anyone else? London low is at 15.068, which is just under 20 pips away. Mm-hmm. Polo's bullish. Let's see. Only thinking if it instantly starts breaking below would be difficult to get in. Yeah, it would be. It would be hard to get in if it's instantly breaking. So let's hope we get a pullback. Thinking buy to sell, Chris? Gyro, thinking buy to sell. Yeah, let's hope it does a buy to sell. Selling from here can be a little bit difficult. Does London really want to sell the low once you've got Asian session bearish, pre-London bearish? If this had already closed inside of here, I think London can really drop it. But because we haven't closed properly inside of here, I think London can pump it up and then we can get that sell. So we've got so much. We'll go to the low. We'll go to these timeframes, or time frame view. Hopefully, I don't miss anything. But we've got liquidity left behind. These little really faint lines. So London's done a little maneuver. See. Asian lows right there as well. They could bounce off of that. What's going on, Marion? Why OMG? Okay, we're taking Asian low. So this is a point of interest. Wick up a little bit higher and then start to get pushed down again. Oh, you're in a buy on the 50 EMA and it closed at a loss with the open. Oh. How'd that happen? That's, yeah, me too. That's my 5. Oh, good. That's my 5 and 15 minute. No top wick. Mm-hmm. Need some finger exercises. All right, come on. You got in many? On yours, did it? Not on mine. Are you sure? Because that should be the candle here. This big one. Some. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's Frankfurt. Frankfurt. Yeah. Al took a little buy. I scalp as the 30 flipped. Okay. Yeah. There's room up to the top here because that would have been, it's like 30 pips, or you got Polo's looking for price to reach 15.1127. 1127. Oh, up here. And reverse. Yeah, that'd be nice. Okay, so nice candle. Nice impulsive candle on the 5. So looking for something from one of these areas. Just not sure which one is it going to be. Not taking the cowboy trade, obviously, but waiting for it to reverse at one of these or show like a rejection wick. And then hopefully target down See if London can break down to about here. Just need to wait for it to slow its roll. Yeah, that's a shame, Aaron. I don't know what happened with yours. Mm-hmm. Oh, you closed it, Marion, by manually closed it. How come? we were scared it was just going to rip down in one go. Ah, right. Damn. Yeah, I mean, it would have been nice to hold because we want London to create like that. For London to sell the low from here, pretty difficult for them to want to do that. Psychologically, buy to sell. Hey Tom, Kyle, congrats, buddy. Your second evaluation done. Nice one. Did you go the same size account? Same size, yeah. Nice one. All right, come on. Mustafa, on the hourly, there's a tiny FVG where we've rejected from, and above it, there's a bearish order block. You might expect that the whole price if you're waiting for sells. On the hourly time frame he's looking at. You're talking about this over here. This one. Yeah, that's what I want to hold price. But I want to see a rejection wick before I jump into anything. Well, that's kind of the area I'm targeting inside of here. So 3 minute, there's also, we've got, what was this one? 15 minute is this top line. This is our 15 minute imbalance. This is our 5 minute imbalance. And then we've got a 3 minute, which is basically at the top of this wick. So this is what I'm looking for. Hey, Eddie. Just remember, no cowboy. No cowboy. Okay, so taking this 5 minute, 3 minute imbalance, the 5 minute here as well. You took the buy as a held support. Yeah, Alan took that buy as well. Good one. Okay, can it take the 15-minute imbalance? Paula, you were in the buy as well. Very good. Let's see if I can hold this area now. If it keeps on going up, I'll have to go get a coffee, and then that'll bring it down, which would be nice. So that's the backup. If all else fails, I'll walk away for a bit. Where's the 200? What time frame are you looking at, Marion? On the 5. Well, that would be nice if it's rejecting off of this one, because that's the 15-minute. So that's 50 seconds for this one to close. Then we can see, are we getting our first sign of a rejection? Lovely area to reject from. Lovely liquidity point. So no surprise that it's rejecting there. 15-minute zone would be ideal, because that could like pick up all this liquidity to then drive down. If we don't take out the 15-minute, then we might get price to push down, and we might come back up later on and come and get it again. So that's the concern about not taking these higher time frame liquidities. Okay, so a little gap up. And there's the open of the 15 as well. So this could just be, see how the 15-minute candle closed? So don't be fooled just yet, because the 15 minutes got a lot of momentum. Sweeping liquidity. Could just be doing a wick fill now for this 15-minute. Bounce off 3-minute structure just here. Yeah, we've got a little bit of bullish structure forming. So 5 minutes done a rejection candle. So for the next 15-minute, Yeah, off that little area. If this next 5 minute, what we want to see, if we don't want to take cowboy trades off just a single 5 minute candle, especially when this 5 minute candle is simply just this 15-minute wick. So we could easily a higher time frame could be doing wick fill, and this 5 minute candle that basing the trade off of this 5 minute candle, super dangerous, because I fully expect it to keep on rising higher. But we're looking to see if it can reject from around this area, sweep in all of this liquidity, and then start showing rejection. And then we want to see that backed up with a second rejection. And then we can start to say, maybe we're starting to shift this structure. And then we can start maybe pushing to the downside. About 15 minutes done. That's wick fill now. 30 minutes looking nice and nice, healthy candle. Just check to see if there's any headlines that have crept in. Nope. No headlines yet. One of the buy, but last trade was sells. Don't change buys, man. Because if London's doing the buy to sell, then that sell's getting closer and closer to you. Possibly turning that 1 hour BFVG. What's BFVG? BFV. I know FVG is. What's BFVG? Into inverse, we shall see in 41 minutes. Possibly, yeah. Oh, bearish FVG. Gotcha. What would you say for bullish? Would it just be a capital B? Come on. Take this liquidity. Bullish, BB. Yeah. So close. Well, this one, the Asian low didn't hold. 3 minute is still holding, still fighting for its life. It's 3 and 5 minute one. Still, it wasn't tapped into this area though, so I want to waiting patiently here. Um, 3 minute close. Yeah, still not. Oh, yeah, there's a little rejection wick. You mean in this bit over here, aren't you? You're talking about this 3-min structure. Yeah. Yeah, we should be going a little bit higher. Yeah, the same. Yeah, that's Paulo had the same idea. 15,127. Come on. Yeah, it's taking your 200, Marion. Cool. All right, so we've got this 15-minute liquidity now. Random question. If we're expecting a bearish day, shouldn't London manipulate to the upside? Yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely. Buy to sell. That's what I was meaning, Mustafa. For London, I mean, London could just keep on going up because this is a really tricky zone, as I was saying, on the 4-hour and the higher time frames, like 4 hours and above, and then the lower time frames, 1 hour and below. You got different trends going on. So we're kind of in a bit of a mix area. So for London, usually that means they need to generate liquidity. So for them to go, if they want to take it down, it makes sense for them to do a buy to sell. So I'm looking for them to manipulate above. So that was what I think, like initial push down to buy, grab a better price point. We had plenty of liquidity left behind, so I wasn't really entertaining sells unless we like really. If we started rejecting from here and then started breaking lows, then I'd have to switch to a breakout trade to trade underneath this zone. But I didn't want to enter sells in this area because to me this is very, very risky. Sorry, from here to here, I felt this was a very risky area to look for sells because that buy to sell play was definitely a huge possibility. I didn't want to take the buys though because that wasn't my bias. And if I flip to buys, then I'd miss my sells. But maybe we won't get sells. You know, that could be the scenario we fall in. But we've hit the 15-minute now. Okay, so let's turn off the EMA. So we've hit the 15-minute imbalance. So now what I'm looking for is to see that if we can get manipulation to form. And when I say manipulation, what I want to see is candles breaking highs of previous candles, but closing below the wick. I really want to see like price starting to fall down. I prefer it on the higher time frame, but you can get it like if this 1 minute happened to close bearish, then that would be a rejection I'm looking at. If this current 1 minute, but this one's gonna keep on pushing up, so there's nothing here yet. Now it's a double top, so the double top is likely to be swept still. So there's no signs of sellers jumping in just yet. But once we're up in this zone, I am looking for something similar to this. But then anticipating that once we've got a rejection, price push down, come up, and we reject this wick again, what I'm looking for is after that, this candle 1 and candle 2, I'm looking for the support to break, and then we have downside. I don't want to see this, obviously, but I wasn't looking to take sells from this zone, but now I'm looking for it. So I'm looking for any sign of reversal from here. Nice one, Eddie. Good move. So let's push in higher. Maybe go for Asian high now, yeah. Yeah, that's the danger once you get into this like Asia 50%. Once you get in there, now price can continue higher. There's accumulation here. So that doesn't really stand out apart from like on the 5 minute. There's no real like wicks or anything that my eye normally catch, but that's not surprising given this Asian session. But this area could hold price up. Yeah, and this 15140 has been problematic before. Okay. You've got on look at this 30-minute as well. Plenty of rejection areas across here. This whole little zone. So yeah, if it can sweep these highs, I think that could register some liquidity. Anywhere up in here, this zone. Now I'll just extend this and say I'm looking for the same thing. Nothing's changed. It's just now just going with it, just waiting for price action to tell me, to give me the clues of when I can start looking for something. But the further away I can get from my target, obviously the better risk reward as well. 142 is your target. Why did you take partials at 127 if your full target was so close, Eddie? Right. Well, we've already had a better session than yesterday in terms of like volume. Yesterday was just up and down like a yo-yo. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get a coffee now because if I leave it till too late, I'll probably miss anything. So that'll trigger this cascade. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Hey Jake, how are you? Nice one, Bob. Nice one, boys. That's awesome. What's this imitation magic keys? You need to get trader keys. Oh, you didn't see the start? I saw this. Check out this. New product on the market. They're not out yet. Can't get to the pre-order page. Don't know. Don't think so. They're sponsored by the one of the brokers is send them out if you sign up with them. Yeah, perfect imitation. Well, not perfect, but I mean like full-on imitation. So we've got a first. Oh yeah, of course, it's a great product. Great idea. I was thinking, like, it's just a keypad. Like, if I don't have MT5 running, and I just have like say WordPad up, and I just push like open calculator, that's number 7. So it's just a keypad. It's just been scripted so that the buttons have a specific function. Yeah, it's looking promising from here. So yesterday's it wicked up, and the entry would have been taken as soon as it's breaking this low. And maybe we can drop like 30 pips. So I'm going to give that a go. Let's see if on the 3 minutes. Oh, it's got no top wick. I'm already committed now, so it could wick up a little bit higher. Maybe I'll exit this position. Yeah, let's see if we can just hold. I don't like how the 3 minutes got no top wick. 5 minutes looking all right. I was looking at the 3 minute. But this 3 minute is going to discontinue. I would like to see it sort of flip up, take it sort of high, and then start to break it lower. So that's the problem with this 3 minute right now. Come on. So I already committed. Because of that 3 minute though, with no top wick, I'll probably be pretty conservative with how I manage this trade. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to close this one. We'll bring the stops. If I bring it now, it's going to stop me out for break even for the spread. Yeah, I'm gonna cancel this one first. I'm gonna get out now because I'm at break even, and I want to wait for this 3 minute to be swept to get that better entry. If it just drops, these two. Hmm. You don't mind it? No top wick there. Right. Hmm. This candle took. Yeah, it did. These two. Where's Jim's Indie gone? It's a lot cleaner now, Jim. Hmm. It's not picking up the. Oh, sorry. Which one? Do I need to change the doji? One, two, three. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, looking for it to reject this area again. Not first touch just because it is uptrend still, but I want to see it. I want to see how this wick's going to move live from this one. And if it truly is going to keep on going down, it should go down. Should make a few take a few moves to go down. So if I don't get like absolute top, I'll just have to like get back in and try take a bigger, like lower risk reward trade. Jim, can you do a new video with the latest bit of indicator how to use it? Oh, that's for Jim. Can't find the old one. There've been a few updates. Oh, yeah. I'll just go back to all time frames so I don't miss anything. Because 15 minutes coming to a close. Careful trusting this just yet. Especially when a 30-minute has created, sorry, not 3 minute has left imbalance behind. But if this is truly going to hold, then it shouldn't come here. It should just keep on making its way down. If it keeps on making its way down, then we're going to assume that enough liquidity is being picked up, and now liquidity is going to go from liquidity to liquidity. So if it really is picked up enough, it's not coming back up there. Where are we going then? If we are moving to the downside, and if I have to get in, say even like here's liquidity left behind. So if price can even close below that, or even close inside of here, I've got options still because I still think I'm going to hold on to that selling bias. Yeah, mate. Oh, I see. Yeah. It's annoying when you do the zigzag. I've got to do it. I've got to do it in a certain way so that it doesn't on the higher time. Like you can see on the 30-minute, looks ugly as. Hmm. Yeah. Can I do that? Oh, but then, just on this one. Yeah. Good idea. All right, let's go downtown. Come on. Partner's got she's got a course she's doing today. So that means I've got to look after Maddie by myself for the next till 12:30. I've got to be done by absolute latest. I have to have her in my arms 9:15. So I haven't got time. No. I was in it as it was breaking the slow, and then as it sort of came up a little bit as it was pushing down, I didn't feel comfortable holding it with that 3-minute candle with no top wick, so I exited it for it was only like a pip. Now I'm just waiting to see if this is going to hold. If once I've got confirmation that it is holding and we're not actually coming back to that top wick, I can get back into it. But I didn't feel comfortable having this much risk on the table with the no top wick right there. Failing this zone holding, well, I'm gonna don't trust these buys. So what I'd look for, yeah, I don't really have a firm plan today for this one. For sells, if we are breaking above here, then what I need to see is a pullback, and then price do whatever, and then then I'll set an alert under here, and then for New York I'll look to trade back down. But I'd have to see like a bounce, and that bounce could be anywhere here, it could be here. So I don't have a concrete area for me right now to plan a New York move. I don't have enough information. The idea above here still holds if we are just going to be bullish continuously, and say if we are closing above 195, then I will look for a quick little buy. Won't be the first break though. The first break, I will expect it to reject. But if we can close above 195, then I think easy buys to at least 15,220. That makes sense for those ones. But for sells, apart from it, like this area holding, I don't have enough information to say confidently if we're going to reject from here without seeing price actually reject. So I can't really even set like, I will set limit alerts. I will set alert for sure, just to be interested, because this is a lovely area of resistance. And if I'm thinking sells are going to play out, then I can imagine that that's quite nice for a daily high to then start pushing down. So I want to see what's happening around this 15,160. But for me to say that sells are going to come in, I'd want to see a 30-minute rejection candle. So 30-minute or 1 hour bearish candle rejecting this level, and then start to make it way down. I'll go over other ideas. I've got 3 other pairs. So what I'm going to do, that's for my guys. So trading nut guys, missed the buys. Wasn't along my bias. So I'm still hunting these sells, but just be careful up here. I'm gonna give it a shot if we show a rejection wick here, knowing that I'm only going to risk like 12 pips, and I think there's upside to the down. There's good risk reward for the downside, but make sure you get a rejection candle first, and then start pushing down. Don't take it blindly from this level. Yeah, well, and for you guys, we'll be back on Friday. If you trade safe. If you want to check out my channel on HaydosFx, it's the names just on the screen. Go ahead. Bit of a tough session when it's just this, not tough session, when the buys, for those that got the buys, it was awesome. There was no real, I was looking up when my bias for sells, there was just no sells for this initial hour. So that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Just the good thing is, like, we let price action tell us when to get in, and price action didn't say to get in at all for those sells. So avoided any sort of, just avoided everything. Anyway, I'll see you guys on Friday trading up, people. And my guys, just hang tight. We'll go over the trade ideas for the day.